everyone and welcome back to my channel Gargi Things. Myself Gargi and today I'm back with a new video after some time. This video is a heart-to-heart conversation and this video is going to be one of the closest video to my heart no matter how many videos I make in future. Well, in this video I will be speaking about my experiences in forest and with wildlife. And today, as we all know, it's 5th June 2020 and it is World Environment Day. And therefore, I want to wish each and every one of you listening to me a very happy World Environment Day. I wish our life to be full of growth and greens. I wish more and more love and life to us and our planet. Now, before I begin with my story, let me explain what is environment. In one word, it means habitat. Well, let me speak about it in details. Environment means the surroundings or the conditions that is necessary so that a person or an animal or a plant can live and operate. This definition is complete in itself and explains a lot. It says that each and every species on this planet are equally important and we need to protect each and every species in order to protect the environment, the ecosystem. And for that, we have to nurture the feeling of love and respect. We have to try and forget the idea of overpowering nature and ownership. We have to nurture the idea of coexistence now. Now the question arises, what I can do alone? I can plant a tree. Well, if not this year because of a pandemic, we can at least stop cutting one. I can educate people about climate change, global warming, ozone layer depletion, air quality, and make them aware about what is environmental protection and why it is necessary. I can address topics like poaching, hunting, animal abuse, etc. and make people aware about what is wildlife protection and why it is important. I can plan and make a list of the seeds and herbs I want to plant in my own home, collect them over time and plant them in my own home, if not make a forest. We have a lot of prominent examples all around the world. Let us take the example of Jadhav Payam, who on his own built a forest over years. And this example is enough to show that if I think I can actually do a lot of things in my own little ways, and that is enough. Because when I consider that I am capable to bring a change, then we all together can bring a lot of change. And I hope that this message helps you, motivates you to create a change. You are enough to bring a change in this world. Start now. Now, as I have promised in the beginning of the video that I will be sharing with you my first experience in forest, so here I am with my story. My first visit to forest, my first experience was in 2016. This was a college trip to the Kaziranga National Park in Assam, and I was extremely excited for this trip. Today, I will be sharing with you the story and whatever I have learned from this trip as much as possible. I do not clearly remember the dates, but it was probably end of Feb when we went for this trip. The day we reached, we were asked to go to our dorm, get freshened up and come back for lunch. After lunch, we were taken to the Kaziranga National Orchid and Biodiversity Park. As soon as I reached there, I was amazed and was fascinated to see so many different flowers and plants which are so unique in color, texture, patterns. They have their own different story and theories, the history as well. And I was so fascinated that I just couldn't take my eyes away. I spent hours walking in between the rows just to know those plants a little better, and also made sure that I could click a picture in my heart through my eyes as deep as possible. And back then, unfortunately, I didn't have a smartphone. After we came back from the biodiversity park, took some rest, had some chat with our friends, and then we were asked to join for dinner. After dinner, the manager of the dorm asked us to sit because he wanted us to know about the forest more. The first line that he uttered was, "Always respect the forest and the animals who live here. They will respect you back and will never harm you. When you enter the forest, bow before the forest because it's powerful." The other line that he said was also very sensitive and important. He said that, "Do not litter plastic packets here and there. Do not eat inside the forest because the packets that you throw here are colorful and bright, and it triggers the animals. They consider those packets as food. They eat them, and this plastic are the reasons why they die." And I listened to each and every word and kept them in my mind because I know that he knows the forest more and I must obey his instructions. He also added that a tiger escaped from the forest and is roaming in the nearby villages and also places nearby the hotels, dorms, etc. And lastly, he said that there is firing going on in the forest between forest guards and poachers because of rhino horns and rhino hunting, because we all know that Assam is famous for rhino. All these incidents that he described made me little scared and upset. Firstly, because it was my first trip, and secondly, because these incidents are of course disturbing. But I didn't discuss these incidents deeply with my friends because I didn't want to spread fear but wanted to enjoy this trip. That night, I still remember, I couldn't sleep the entire night. Not because I was scared, but because I was dreaming about forests. Because before this trip, I had only seen forests in television on National Geographic Channel and Discovery. And I had only known that forests are dense and dark, but serene and beautiful. I had spent the entire night without sleeping, sitting beside the charging point, charging everyone's cell phone because everyone wanted their cell phones fully charged before they entered the forests. The night passed and it was 5 o'clock in the morning when people who wanted elephant safari were asked to come out of their dorm and go for it. That day I couldn't understand, but today as I look back, I feel proud that I have stopped myself from doing something wrong. Let me tell you what. I couldn't go for elephant safari that day because I didn't carry a lot of money and therefore couldn't go for it. Our seniors and many other girls went for the elephant safari. That day it was because of lack of money, but today as I look back, I feel happy and proud that I didn't go for elephant safari. I know elephant safaris are fun because it takes you to the deeper parts of the jungle where jeeps cannot go. But it's fun for us, not for that innocent elephant. For that elephant, it is nothing less than slavery. It's painful and it hurts the animal. It's my gentle request to everyone who is listening to me. Next time you visit a forest, please go for jeep safari and not elephant safaris. I hope you will understand my emotions and also the emotions of that innocent elephant. Now the rest of us who didn't went for elephant safari, we were waiting for sunrise, and at around 7 or 8 o'clock we went out for our jeep safari. We ran to our jeeps and just jumped on it with our best friends because we were so excited to see the forest. Well, now if you can see that I wear specs because I am myopic and I cannot see far objects clearly. Now our journey to forest begins. So there is a gate which says that welcome to the forest. As I entered the gate, my mind was screaming that yes, now my dream will come true. But as I entered, I could see farms on both sides of the forest. There were farms and there were cows and calves roaming here and there. And me being myopic, misunderstood a calf for a deer, and I just screamed deer, deer, and everyone was so happy that we have just entered the forest. It's not even seconds and deers are here to welcome us. Everyone turned around and they saw calves, and we laughed all together because I misunderstood a calf for a deer. Now it's time to enter the real forest. As we proceeded, I was little shocked. As we proceeded further, this shocking sensation just intensified because my entire idea of how a forest looked changed. I saw people cutting trees, and the forests looked more like a field and less like a forest. I could see from my jeep that people were cutting the trees and loading the trucks with logs. It felt so sad because the richest place for rhinos, the well-known place where people from all around the country and world visits, is exploited so badly. Our jeep stopped in middle because our jeep driver went for an emergency. I could see him speaking to the man who was directing the laborers cutting the trees to pack the trucks with logs. My entire dream was shattered in a moment. I was heartbroken, and I thought that there is nothing left in this journey. But there was. We went into the forest a little more, and my hopes started building again because I could see my dreams coming true. I could see density. I could feel forest smell and freshness, and it made me extremely happy. I was able to see dreamy landscapes, serene and beautiful, and it made my heart just fell in love with it again and again. And on this journey, I could also see some painful landscapes which were no longer a forest, but it looked like a field with grass and very less trees, and there were few rhinos roaming. But yes, I could see rhinos, and that was also a dream come true. In this entire journey, but we were actually lucky because we could spot a lot of animals, a lot of birds at first. A migratory bird which was very tall and huge. We could also spot deers, barking deers, wild boars, and we couldn't spot a tiger, but we spotted a lot of rhinos, elephant, and many more. So this journey was full of mixed feelings. I had learned a lot from this journey, and today as I look back, I feel that it taught me a lot, made me a lot more mature and knowledgeable about forests. And at the end of this journey, we stopped at a point which was full of greenery and waters, and it was very beautiful sight. We took a group picture there. I don't think I have it with me right now, but if I get it, I will surely upload it. So we took a group picture, and then we just came back to our dorm again in our jeep. And while returning, we spotted tortoise. I remember that. So well, this is the story more or less, and I hope that you will like this story because it is a real story with real emotions and feelings. And if you want to listen to more such stories, you can comment down below and let me know, and I have a lot of story to share, and I would love to share stories with you all. Also, this comment section is open to you also. Always send your feedbacks and suggestions. I'm open to it. And if you like my video, please do not forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel Gargi Things, and also hit the bell icon so that every time I upload a video, you are notified. And I want to say thank you to each and every one of you who have already subscribed to my channel. Thank you for 4,000 subscribers. I've never imagined this to happen this soon, and I'm blessed that you have loved my work, supported me, and thank you so much for everything. It means a lot. I want you all to take care of your health and also take care of the environment, and stay happy and keep smiling. I will see you in my next video.